Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Broussard Homestead. So far in the chat, we have Kevin Rip,
Not even playing yet.
Canadian, Mind and Body Co., Mama Bear, Miss Lippy, and Built on the Rock Homestead. Welcome, you guys. Good to see you. It's been a rough week. We'll talk about all that in just a second. We'll make sure that everybody gets through the ads.
Yeah, not even close to 23. Thank you for the birthday wishes, though. I got some beautiful flowers from my daughter Cheyenne.
Cheyenne works at a local flower shop, and she.
Oh, I didn't fix my water or anything. I'll be right back.
She delivered those. I think it was Cheyenne that delivered them, unless someone else did, and Cheyenne just knew. But we were at the doctor's office today when those were delivered. So they sat out in the shade, though. They were placed in a nice hidden location, protected from the heat. Jenny Pennington, welcome. We have gotten a little bit of a break from the heat. To say that 96 is a good thing, 96 degrees, you know we've been oppressed.
Actually, it got up to 101 today.
Oh, okay. Amy said it got up to 101 today.
Briefly, it wasn't for very long, but the humidity is lower, and the north breeze is wonderful.
Lower humidity, nice cool north breeze, so inviting. I love it. So invited. The Tinkerer's wife and Kate are here.
Kate!
Tomorrow is Kate's birthday, so let's say happy birthday to Kate too.
Yay!
Kate's going to be 23.
Actually, it was pretty nice. You know, the temperatures have not been that bad. I think tomorrow is going to be 71 in the morning.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah, so it's crazy how like slightly cooler temperatures and just a little tiny north breeze makes it so much more bearable outside.
It makes a huge difference. Me
and Kate are the same age, you know, so we're both 23 today. What are you doing?
Give me just a second. I'm looking for something.
Hi, Michigan Daffodil. Welcome. Low is 70. Yeah, kind of chilly. Isn't it crazy that 70, because it's been so unbearable hot, that 70 feels almost cool. Almost cold. Yeah. Kate said, LOL, right. We're both 23 today. That's our story, and we're sticking with it.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't remember the name of the website I wanted to look up and share.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll give an update on the wildfires. I wasn't really prepared. Sorry.
The shivers yesterday was 76, right, Kate? Yeah, it's almost been cold at night with the air conditioner on because it's been down in the 70s in the evenings, and so it feels way cooler than it has been. Canadian, I don't even want to hear it. It's 59.
Oh, goodness. Hey, Mary Beth, Monica Sherman, good to see you. Patty G.
I don't know what the temperature is right now because mine says weather warning.
Surviving in Alabama, good to see you. Is anybody getting surviving in Alabama? You seeing your name reminded me, but
we have no weather data.
Oh,
I don't know what the heck happened.
Is anybody getting weather from the hurricane? What is it? Idalia?
I don't know how you pronounce it. I just say Idalia.
I know it made landfall today in Florida, somewhere in Florida.
This morning, yeah.
I don't know exactly. I'm praying for the folks that are dealing with it, but I'm glad it's not here.
Y'all, this is like unheard of. Okay, I just opened my weather app. It says it's 90 degrees, but feels like 88.
It feels lower.
Yeah,
Weird.
because of the north breeze.
Hey, Tina.
So
Pronounced the
that's
same as Vidalia. I thought so. I wasn't sure though.
upper 80s, low 90s,
No, near
beginning Monday.
Birmingham. Okay. Landfall was just south of Tallahassee. Okay. In Georgia now and into North
91 with
Carolina.
19% humidity. Wow, that's really low. Ours was at like 30% humidity today. It was crazy low. But that's why we're under a big red flag warning of an extreme warning for the next 48 hours because we're expecting heavier winds, low humidity, but higher temperatures. So it's drying everything out from the little bit of rain we did get. And so that makes the fire risk even heavier. And with the ongoing wildfires that are going on in just north of us, it makes for a big fire issue. And y'all, they're still giving out citations for people that are burning in those areas.
Who would still try to burn stuff? That blows my mind.
Hey, Patty. I thought you had church tonight. I got a special message on Marco Polo. Since Patty and Mac did not go live last night, that's Southern Bless Homestead. Mac wasn't able to sing happy birthday to me. So I was kind of bummed. And they sent me a Marco Polo. So I got a personal song from both Patty and Mac today. So I feel special. Fingers aren't any better. From taking time off, I still can't type.
So last week we went live
Mama
on
Bear said it's
Thursday
still
night.
101.
So you may or may not have been here to hear me say that the night before, so it would be a week ago, last Wednesday night, I was on duty at the firehouse, and around 10:30, just after 10 o'clock or so, we got called up to the Tiger Island fire. Oh, another mandatory evacuation.
Pitkin. That fire's getting out of hand.
That's another fire.
Yep.
So the truck, the fire truck, it's a tanker. It tops out. Max speed is 55 miles an hour. So it took us over an hour to get there for them to turn us around and release us. So we ended up going back home to the firehouse to sleep. The guys the next day, I think, had to go up there. The ones who relieved us the next morning. Saturday, I was on shift again, and we got called a little after noon. And we got up there. We started fighting fire as soon as we got there. We didn't even make it to the staging area. We started fighting fire.
Patty's not feeling good now. Mac's giving her the crud.
Uh-oh. We were there for 18 hours. We got released at just after 5 a.m. to go home for shift change, to go back to the firehouse for shift change. The fire truck it's governed at 55. It's a tanker truck. It's very heavy. So we don't need to be going any faster than 55. It is frustrating, but it's for safety.
At least that far north, you might have a chance to go a little downhill. So it might go about 60.
Yeah, we were there for 18 hours. Well, including trip time. So about 15 hours of either fighting fire or, connecting and disconnecting the tanker truck to other trucks. With a few little breaks in between. It's not like we were working for the solid 15 hours or so, but even still, it was a rough day. Let me pull up the wildfire
I should
map.
have taken a picture of
to
what he looked
show
like when
you-
he walked in the door. He was
I was
dusty,
filthy.
smoky,
Filthy.
stunk like burning wood and like pine trees, and it just overall exhausted.
Let me bring
Tanker
up.
trucks need to be governed, right? Yeah.
So this is Louisiana. We live. I'll zoom in down here in the bottom corner. We live right in this area, right here. Lake Charles is here. Okay. So my station, whoops, sorry. My station is way down here, right about where that W is, if you can see that. Okay. So we're south of Lake Charles. The Tiger Island fire is way up here in Beauregard Parish. And it's over, let me see.
It's well, that says 31.
Oh, now it's showing down to 31. It was showing 33,000 acres.
They're updating the map with the infrareds though every day, a couple of days. So things are kind of changing. They're guesstimating and then actually using the infrared maps to see
Down here is roughly where it started, and it has traveled all this way to all this acreage and stuff. What did they say? 8 structures? 10 structures?
No. There's over 22 structures.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I think 6 or 8 of them were homes.
Let's see if it shows us anything here. That's just total housing unit 61. So it's a very sparsely populated area, thankfully, but we still pray for the people who are in the area.
I don't know how accurate that stuff is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all this information is. It would take me some time. I'm not trying to spend all that time. But anyway, we were down here. Singer is a little country town where we started staging right in this area. This was a staging area that we first went to. Actually, before we even got to the staging area, back over here along this road right here, there was a little fire, and we went and fought that one, got it knocked out, and then made it over to the staging area. And then from that staging area, they sent us to another staging area over here, right in that area, right in the center of that circle, because the fire was moving north. So all this over here on the north end of it was the working end of the burn area. So we ended up coming down to this road right here, and our job was to protect. Well, first we went to protect this house right here, these 2 houses, and then for the rest of the night we were protecting this one and this one, and keeping the fire from crossing the road. And it looks like, from the map that I'm seeing here, it looks like we were successful. I don't know. This house is in the red, but I don't know that means the structure was burnt, or if just around it was affected. So whatever the case.
For all those breathing in the smoke, exactly. The smoke for a couple of days
was so thick. Hey, Sheila.
Was all the way down to Lake Charles, down south, and it was pretty thick. Like you could still smell the burnt pine trees.
It smelled like a burnt mixture of pine and cedar. I don't know if there was cedar in it, but I got a hint of cedar in the smoke.
Well, you were definitely in the smoke. So.
At one point, middle of the night, you can picture this dark, smoky, thick smoke. We drove across this road right here, and let me go back. So we drove across that road, this way, across, and hang on.
Just
Let me
like
think about what I'm
fire,
doing. Oh yeah, there.
smoky.
So if you could picture driving down a road, pitch black, dark, everything on the sides of you, and smoky, everything on the sides of you is black except for just little fires all over the place. And it was just like something out of an apocalyptic movie. Really, it was creepy. And then while we were protecting those two houses down, um, we were protecting those. Well, not that one. That one. We were protecting those two houses up here, right in this area. We were right along this road here. Well, standing in this house.
Like driving through hell. Yeah.
Yeah, really. I was standing in the driveway of this house right here, and if you can, okay, so if you can picture this, it's dark, it's smoky. There's a glow of fire just over the tree line, and you can see it getting a little brighter and a little brighter and a little brighter as the fire is coming toward us, which it never quite made it to us while we were there. Anyway, I hear this rumble, and I look over, and there's these two giant, I'm going to say bulldozers, but they were more than bulldozers. They were like, you could hear the cling clang of the tracks, that creepy sound. And on the front, instead of like a typical dozer blade, it was like almost like a big tiller type attachment. And on the back, and these things were massive, huge machines. And on the back, there was like this ditch blade kind of deal. And under that was looked like a big saw blade. And I was like, oh Lordy. The only thing it was missing from being like something out of a horror movie was just being covered in blood.
Earth moving machines. Yeah, I'm guessing that what they're doing is there's a lot of locals that are coming out with their own equipment and things like that, and they're cutting fire breaks as often as they can. And then I know they had the National Guard come in with a lot of machines. The Army is coming in with machines because Fort Johnson, which used to be Fort Polk, is right there in that area. So a lot of the soldiers and stuff are coming out from there with big machines and things like that. And they're actually cutting these huge fire breaks, trying to keep this thing contained and keep it from burning outside. They're not trying to put it out. They're not going to put the entire thing out. What they're trying to do is contain it in a perimeter to where it will burn itself out.
That's the best strategy.
Right. Because I mean,
just protect
it's
buildings.
ever changing. It's one day the wind is from the north and the fire is shifting that direction, and then it's out of the south, and then it's out of the east. Like every couple of hours, we're getting reports of, be aware in this area, these roads, the wind has shifted and the fire is heading this direction. And, and then a few hours later, these people were evacuated, and then somebody on the west side of the fire has to move and has to shift because the fire has then shifted the other direction. It's craziness. This weather is just weird. So we're used to tropical weather this type of year.
Yeah, this is our first time dealing with such fire risk and the actual like fires.
Then the clown asked if you wanted to play. No, see, that's where I'd have been gone.
Let me present that again. I'll show you. I'll back out again to see just how many fires.
You're gonna have to back out some more.
Oh yeah. This is not even all of Louisiana yet.
No, that's that one area.
But you can see there's like this area is real bad.
Well, that's where a lot of the forested areas are too.
We did have a closer call during the week. What day? That was Monday. There was a brush fire, wildland fire, I guess, that broke out just south of us here at home. but it was small and quickly contained.
And there was one in Westlake, which is just the other side of Lake Charles. But
Hey, Tammy.
that one was more at risk of the plants because it was awfully close. But they were able to jump onto it, get it contained, and get it under control pretty quickly. I think within the first day or two, they had it pretty much contained. And I think the update this morning said that it was out. It's done. They had it contained, so it burned itself out.
Oh, Michigan Daffodil says she's got to go. No problem. Hope you have a great night. I hope I caught you before you left.
Have a great night, and thank you for the birthday wishes.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. And then I ended up at the doctor
there's
today.
Also 2 smaller fires. One out at Ida. Yeah.
He was still looking at the
the one furthest north is in the area of Pitkin. Keep going.
Pitkin. That should be here.
Is it?
I think. I'm not. Yeah, there's Pitkin right there.
That's the one that's currently burning, and it's spreading rather quickly.
Okay, let me show you what we're talking about here.
Oh no.
So the Tiger Island fire is this one here that we were just looking at. But if you go, you can see there's one there in Ida that was kind of significant. But this is the one called Highway 113 near Pitkin. This is the one that Amy is saying that they're struggling with today.
Yeah, Patty, definitely. I've been keeping you guys in prayer too. That one in Oregon is pretty big. That's actually it's called a priority 1 fire. It's priority 1 in the nation. The Tiger Island fire is priority 2, which is crazy because we never have fires here. So it's something comparable to what Oregon and Washington, Northern California, those areas are, they're used to dealing with. They have firefighters that's what they do, And
so there's Mac with Southern Blessed Homestead, and Sharon P is here. Hello guys, welcome. So I went to the doctor to talk about my ankles have been swollen since working that super long crazy shift.
Well, you worked that, and you came home, and your feet and ankles and legs were all swollen.
I came home and slept almost the entire day Sunday.
Yeah, and then you went back to work on Monday and worked the structure fire, and he came back home Tuesday, and his feet were even more so swollen. Like y'all ever seen muffins in a pan? That's what his feet look like in his shoes.
I had muffin top ankles.
It was terrible. So I got him some compression socks. Right, Patty? Yeah, it's crazy that we're getting that type of fire here. But I got him some compression socks, and that's what he's got on now. They are cute. Okay, all the way up to the knee.
Look, I'll show
like you. It is. That's the old people socks, y'all. It's great.
Oh, there you go. Look, it's all the way up.
But they are helping. They are. Have you seen the muffin man?
Cankles.
Yes.
Yeah. Cankles are where your calves connect to your ankles. I think I had thankles. They're as big as my thighs.
Well, the
hey,
problem,
Roberta.
Yeah. The problem was we were elevating his feet. We were putting the compression socks. The swelling was going down some, but not quite enough. So we went ahead and brought him to the doctor today.
Also, as far as my vitals go, my blood pressure was like borderline high, and my pulse ox was at 93%.
And I think some of that is from inhaling a lot of that smoke.
All that smoke.
Yeah.
That was a long time to be breathing that mess.
We took precautions, and they gave him some old people medicine. And
I started on Lasix in the morning. This is going to be my first time messing with that stuff. So
hopefully we can. Well, you got a couple of extra days off of work too. So
yeah, Doc told me take off work. So
yeah.
That's where I'm at. The dad bod, yes. You should see my crappy tan lines.
With shorts and sandals, right? Right now he's got his old man slippers on.
My
So
slides.
it's great, y'all. It's great. He's got shorts up to the top of it, like the top upper part of his knee. Then his socks go to the lower part of his knee, and then he's got slippers on. Y'all, it's amazing when he's walking around. It it takes everything I have. Really, it does. It's like he's got what I call OPD.
Getting old is
Old
a
people
dang
disease.
circus.
It's
It's
old people
crazy
disease.
around here.
Fashionable, right? I picked him
Yep.
up some magnesium tablets
Magnesium.
today,
I've been doing that same research, Carrie.
and yeah, so we're gonna do an Epsom salt bath later. Not we, he. Old man slippers. It is. I call them old man slippers because my dad has the same ones. Sorry, love you, but
Yeah.
oh, that's great, Tammy. That's great.
Rainbow and heart compression socks. Cool. That's funny.
What do they use?
Cheesecake pictures? I don't. What do you mean, Kate? I missed something.
Yeah,
Apparently.
I'm lost. Maybe that's too old for me. See, Patty got it, so it's got to be
Hey, Pathways, you're just in time.
man
for
of
crazy.
fashion. Yes, yes. I got a couple of pairs of compression socks for both me and Abby. Abby's been wearing them at work because she gets a little tiny bit of swelling in her ankles. This wasn't little. This was like
I had her
like
measure
out of
just for the
out
fun
of
of
the
it.
muffin tin.
I had
bro.
her measure my ankles. One was 10.5 inches around, and the other was 11, over 11, 11
a
and a
little
quarter
bit, yeah.
ish. That's sizable.
Yeah.
That's big. Like I had trouble.
Oh, she said I'm showing my age. Back in World War II, the pictures of ladies in skimpy bathing suits were called cheesecake.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. So
That's interesting.
I thought like I was like really missing something.
Yeah, so my left ankle was worse than my right ankle, and I think it still is. But
yeah, it still is.
like last night, I had trouble finding my ankle bone. It was so swollen.
It was really swollen.
And today, going to the doctor and then to Walmart for the pharmacy, the meds. Being on my feet for that amount of time, they were starting to swell some more because they had unswollen overnight.
Some,
not completely.
No, not completely.
Like Popeye ankles.
That's great.
All of I was just missing the little anchor tattoos.
That'd be a round loaf, not a muffin.
Oh man.
Oh, it's great. Well, y'all keep Lippy and her family in your prayers. She said she sent me a message. One of the grandkids is not feeling well. So I'm adding her to the prayer list. The crud is going around. I know Mac was not feeling very great when I talked to them earlier, and Patty said she's kind of got the feeling of the crud. So definitely keep them in your prayers as well. Because, the men folk can get sick. Us ladies get sick and nothing gets done. So
here's a fun fact. So we went to, we're looking into starting a business. Okay. So we went to get some help with that, some coaching. And we talked to this lady over at, it's the Seed Center. If you're in the area, it's the Seed Center associated with McNeese College. Hey, Benzover. So we started to get the ball rolling. We got our EIN number from the feds, and then we went to register our name as an LLC with the state, and we got a hang up. It turns out that the word homestead is a restricted word for naming your business.
It has something to do with a law from 1932. They used it for banks and financial institutions. So basically, we can't use it unless we're a bank or a financial
So
institution.
be
And
aware.
I'm not looking to loan anybody any money. So
if homestead is in your name and you ever want to try to make a business out of it, be aware. I don't know if your state's going to be the same, but
it is. That's federal.
That's federal.
That's federal.
There you go.
Can you use homesteaders?
We've already got a whole new name picked out. We're not going to be changing our YouTube name. It's just a different name for the business that we're going to start.
I think it's federal. I think it has to do with the old 40-acre homestead plots from long time ago. So that law has not been changed. Now, like the word bank is also one of those. And from the way she explained it to me is you can appeal to have an exemption basically. But if your name is Jim Bank and you open a toy store called Jim Bank's Toy Store, they'll give you the exemption because bank is part of your name.
You're not posing as a bank.
Right.
Then.
But for homestead, it's not part of the name. It's something that can be changed. So they're not going to give us the exemption. So we have to come up with.
No, we already have
something completely different.
It's settled. We're going to be talking about it hopefully next week.
I know.
But we're getting the ball rolling.
It's getting there. It's a lot. It is. It's a lot to do, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it going. It's not about the website. It's the legal name of the LLC that we're creating. I can name a website anything I want to, but that doesn't make it a business, you know. So we're having, in order to have the LLC, we're going to have a different name. Wait, I missed something.
Oh, she retracted it. I was confused again, Kate.
I was trying to read it.
We did get a phone call from Kate yesterday, and she's healing well.
Yes,
so that's
Kate
great
is
news.
doing much better and healing faster than the doctors expected. So she is. I think they released her to do light housework and things like that. So we have to keep Kate in our prayers to make sure that she keeps it at light housework, because we all know Kate is like the Energizer Bunny. Once she gets started, that's it.
There's no stopping her.
She got to go back and like recharge. She's got to convince herself to go back to that chair. Although she said her chair is like her. What did she say? She's growing roots.
She said her bum is growing roots into the chair.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Joe.
Very light, yes. Pregnant. Yeah.
Connections falling asleep. I guess we're that boring. Or is it just that the weather is so nice? The farm formerly known as the Broussard Homestead. We're going to change our name to just a random symbol. Yeah. Like Prince did.
I don't know about that. We have a name picked out. We're going to have to get with Joe for some more artwork and
well, I mean,
t-shirts, and
if Joe's up for it,
He's up for it because I got a whole case of barbecue sauce that says he is.
You hear that, Joe?
No, I'm looking forward to it because that means we get to print more t-shirts. That means I get to go over there and help print more t-shirts. That thing is so fun to do, y'all. I don't know if anybody's ever used a screen printer, but first of all, we get to visit with Joe and Lawrence, and not Lawrence, and sorry, Stephen, his kids, and Sheila, and but like getting to actually work those machines and seeing how everything works out, and having Joe there, of course, in case I screw it up, but that is like amazing to me. I don't know. It's so much fun. Look out, I told you.
We're trying to get to a point where we can offer
And I have Broussard Homestead.
the barbecue sauce for shipping. We're going to get there. It's just taking time.
Yep, we're going to have new shirts. I know we're going to get some printed for us to wear because we're going to be doing some like in-store marketing and things like that. We're looking at actually getting retail wholesale licensing and getting our seasonings done.
Well, I guess the story's out. I was doing my best to keep that secret. I'm usually the one that spills.
Sorry.
Your turn.
Oh well.
So yeah. So we're going commercial. That's the
I
big
thought you had
secret.
said that.
No.
Sorry. I can ship to Canada. It really
It's not
costs a
worth it.
lot in shipping. I think the priority boxes I looked the other day is like $30-something to ship the little priority boxes. That's ridiculous. And then it might take 3 weeks to get it to you.
You'd pay an outrageous, astronomical amount.
I have a barbecue sauce recipe that my grandfather invented. Oh,
Wait, who said that?
Kate?
Oh, nice. So that's kind of what I've done is I took my grandpa's recipe that I'd gotten from my mom, and we kind of doctored it up a little bit because the recipe that I got didn't have any kind of spices or anything in it. It was just a very basic recipe. So we put some spices and different stuff in it and made it taste pretty amazing. And the cool thing about that is this grandfather, this my mom's dad, he passed away a year before I was born. So this is a link now that I have with him. And I do have some of his things too that my mom had entrusted me with. They're antiques now, but to me, there's no monetary value on those things. It's sentimental.
Now this is a chunkier barbecue sauce.
A bulk bag of what seasoning? That's
Okay.
potential. That's something that we could.
You have
do.
a different location to be commercial. No, we're gonna do it from here.
It says she's antique. I'm sorry.
We're gonna be wholesaling to stores. Is the idea? We eventually want to do a storefront, but we're not sure exactly where we're gonna get that started yet. I have some ideas, but those are gonna be in the works. Hopefully, it may take a few years to get that part of it going.
Surviving in Alabama, if you're asking about purchasing a bulk bag, email me. I'm sure we can work something out.
I have a family secret barbecue sauce too, but it's best on chicken. My dad said only for family. Yeah. I'm working on a smooth barbecue sauce that I'm kind of tweaking a recipe. I found a basic recipe and it's not quite right. So it's not quite what I want, I guess. So
Thank you, Monica. I appreciate that.
I'm kind of working on tweaking that for our taste, which Rachel says I gotta like take some of the Cajun seasoning down a notch because it's a little too zingy.
Oh, you work for a caterer?
Oh wow.
Yeah, let's talk. Send me an email. Henry, help me out.
Well, I say this. That side is a lot easier than doing it.
Mac had tried our Mac at Southern Bless Homestead had tried our Beausoleil spice blend. I have improved the formula slightly.
I like
It didn't
seeing
really
it.
affect the taste. Okay, there's the email. Mind and Body Co. shared my email for you. Surviving in Alabama. Just shoot me an email. Thank you, Mary Beth. We appreciate the prayers. We certainly do. Right now, we're in the planning stage. We're not really diving in head first.
Right.
It's more of a, we want to turn our dream into a plan and then take steps to implement that plan.
No, you cannot eat it.
Oh no, not this one.
No. I'm still in the process.
The Barons, welcome.
I'm in the researching stage as far as the pepper free seasoning because I have to make it taste good. You know, that's my whole thing is how do I make it taste right without adding any peppers? And I don't want it to be just a basic seasoning. I want it to be flavored, but not pepper. So I'm working on it, Kate. I am working it.
This is the seasonal. It's a Cajun style seasonal that we're talking about here, and this is the packaging that we're using right now. Once we go commercial, it's going to be in a different package. But
does it have peppers in it, Kate? Surely not. If you can have it.
But this is available on our Etsy store.
We're going to be revamping the Square site shortly, and hopefully adding some adjustments to that.
Well, our plan is to roll out a website that the new shop will be attached to.
There's actually not a lot of
Thank you,
cayenne in
Henry.
there.
Thank you again.
Henry. There is a lot of peppers, but
well, I mean, for a Cajun spice, we probably don't use a lot of cayenne, but for those with a non-Cajun palate, it's probably, you'd consider it a lot of cayenne.
Yeah, so just go easy on it.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate says hers has black table pepper, but not vegetable peppers. Weird. See, everything here has at least cayenne pepper in it. Everything. That's why it's so hard to find things that Kate can eat when she comes. I almost have to make things specifically for Kate and like leave out the all the seasoning blends that it calls for because
well, the Cajun trinity of seasoning vegetables is onion, bell pepper, and celery. So bell pepper,
right,
even though it's a sweet pepper, it still contains trace amounts of capsaicin, which Kate is allergic to. So we can't even cook with bell peppers, which Amy did a pretty good job of making a pepper-free gumbo for Kate.
It's called flavorful, not spicy. That's why it tastes.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't use cilantro or coriander. For those of us that have that gene where the two spices taste like soap, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know that I would use cilantro or coriander.
Well, the only time we use cilantro is in the salsa that we make,
and it's small amount. And I don't like cooking with it because I think it smells like a stink bug. I don't like the smell of it.
You're becoming foodie mad scientists. I need a lab coat and a crazy wig.
Okay, Kate said, okay, oh guys, I discovered that my Copper Moran chickens are definitely Cajun. They love peppers. I take the dried peppers out of the other birds' food to feed them to the chickens. Be careful eating those, Kate. They might be pre-seasoned. I have basic European white girl palate. See, that's kind of what Rachel told me too.
Oh, I saw a Facebook post the other day, and it was funny and relatable. It said, "I'm white, but I like seasoning. I'm Caucasian."
Really?
Yes.
I use cayenne pepper. Yeah, it's cayenne pepper when I cook.
Oh, good
However,
deal,
we
Joe.
eat a lot of hot green chili pepper. Yeah. See, we eat a lot of hotter peppers, so like in spices. Oh, Joe's smoking pork butts with our. Oh man,
Hello,
I'm gonna
Lori.
smell that from here if there's not a north wind.
Did you get out to see the super blue moon? We saw it last night. I didn't see it today yet.
They started laying it. The blue moon was not last night; it's tonight. She
Cool.
said the chickens haven't started laying yet, but I'm building a market for genuine Cajun eggs.
Yeah.
You know, they actually sell those jarred here. A lot of people do quail eggs because they're smaller and you can fit more in a jar. But I've seen people do actual chicken eggs in a jar too. And like the brine that it's in is completely red. I have a recipe for some, but
Okay. Oh,
this is it's I don't know, it's a pain. And I don't eat pickled eggs, so I'm not really big on making it.
okay. So just got an email.
Wow. Carrie said I used to
TNS,
have
hello. Good
Carrie
to
said
see
I
you.
used to have a goat that loved habaneros but not jalapenos. Another goat loved jalapenos but not habaneros. Isn't that weird? Yeah, the blue moon refers to it being the second full moon in the month. Yeah. But it's a super blue moon tonight. What did I say? It's okay. Today was my birthday. We had our live stream tonight. The super blue moon
And the hurricane
and the
made
hurricane
landfall.
made landfall in Florida and not here.
And thankfully, again, praying for those in Florida, but thankfully this year Amy did not get a hurricane for her birthday.
Right? I'm about done with that. We have so many folks here that came during Katrina.
Let me.
Oh, I bet you would have a market. Yep. Cajun food is spreading all over the place. And I think some of it has to do with the evacuees after these major storms. There's a lot of people moving out of our area and moving elsewhere. And not just because of the hurricanes, but, for whatever reasons. But the food is just kind of lacking once you've had nothing but Cajun food for, your lifetime. So I am hoping and praying that we might get a few little storms off these extra bands, but it's not looking so good. I think that cool front that we're getting, that's where we're getting the north breeze from. I think it pushed and kept all the rain off of us, which we could really use the rain, but
Oh, a son of
we don't need a dumping of rain either.
We've got a friend down the road who's been posting on Facebook about cooking in her sun oven. She's got one of the all-American sun ovens.
Oh, I want one of those.
I want one of those so bad.
Don't move your chair.
Oh, see the strange thing. I'm going to say the funny thing, not funny, haha. The funny kind of strange thing, the way it worked out. When I'm sorry, Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans in August of 2005. Well, many of the evacuees from New Orleans and the toe of Louisiana, that area over there, came to the boot heel where we are in Southwest Louisiana. Well, then a month later, Hurricane Rita came and hit us, so they had to evacuate again, and a lot of the people from here evacuated as well. So it's very, very unfortunate that the Katrina evacuees were displaced twice in 2 months.
Yep. And that's why a lot of them just didn't come back. They had to. They got uprooted and had to restart again. So they were just like, I'm just gonna stay here. I was working in a shelter renting to someone who's had newborn niece named Katrina. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
Kate says she made chicken in her sun oven and pork shoulder roast last week. Oh man, I really want a sun oven. I don't have the extra money to spend in our budget right now with the whole business stuff going on. I'm trying to like manage. Let me go see what the dog is doing. She's digging my couch.
Uh-oh. Kate said we have a large a large section of town that is predominantly Cajun now. That's interesting.
Yeah, she said they have 2 food trucks in the little area.
Huh.
That are Cajun.
Maybe we need to have a chat with Kate about it being a distributor for our seasoning in that area. I mean, who can turn down a sweet little lady? The pork was done from frozen. The chicken was thawed. Oh, wow. That's so. I'm sure it acts like a slow cooker. The sun oven does. Been making chocolate bark, baked chicken, rice, mashed potatoes, etc. Too cloudy today. Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
I really want a sun oven.
So, yes, Kate. I called you sweet. Once we do go commercial, we're going to be looking for having discussions to get our stuff out there. Sell at farmers markets and craft fairs. That's a good idea. From what I've seen about the All American Sun Oven, it's a well-made product that it's fun to use and does a good job. As long as, I mean, we just got to remember the sun is your fuel. So obviously you can't cook at night, and it probably would struggle if it's cloudy.
A sun oven would work great in Northern California.
I bet so. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we're dealing with is, a sun oven would be great, especially during these scorchers. I mean, we made bread a couple weekends ago. Me and Cheyenne did, and it proofed in no time because it was literally 108 degrees outside. So I mean, we put it in a bowl, covered it with a tea towel, and stuck it outside in the sun, and I mean it was getting with it.
Now I was told that California is a place where Cajun food is pretty popular, but I don't know. See, California is a big place, so I don't know if it's a specific area of California.
Yeah.
Those of you who live in California, do you know this? Are you familiar with this?
Sun is important, but not heat when cooking with solar. Kate said, nicest thing is nothing burns, and yeah, it's like a slow cooker. That's weird. Yeah, see, and that's where we're dealing with. It's been hot for weeks, and it would be nice to have a solar like the sun oven, because then I wouldn't have to heat up the house to cook.
Oh, your mom's side of the family is from Louisiana.
Awesome.
Interesting. So is that, can you name drop? If you don't want to, that's okay. But like
what area?
A last name? We might be related. Looks like LA is the hot city for Cajun food in California. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
I know in the past about 10 or 20 years has been a small Cajun seafood festival up here in Sonoma County. Wow.
Interesting.
See, us Cajuns are spreading out now,
Yeah, we're dominating. coming for you.
Hi, Lori. How are you? How are you feeling?
Oh, Zettel. I'm not familiar with that one at all. Anne Marie, hello. Good to see you.
How's the house coming? She's been working so hard on the house.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Patty. That's good information to know. We are unfortunately running out of time for tonight.
I know. I've been working on the house. Uh-oh. Oh, I was going to say what accident, but now it clicked like in there as I was thinking.
You remembered?
Don't be dumb.
Too late. It has been
we're
an
gonna,
hour.
We're
It's
going to
real
keep
close.
you in our prayers, Anne Marie, because I know that's pretty rough. So.
I'm trying to read, but that stupid little heart thing is in the way.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta wait till someone else types something.
I don't like that.
Kasha.
I don't like that heart thing being there.
Thank you for that reminder, Kate. The thumbs up are nice.
Kate normally reminds me to put the thumbs up on it. That's a shame, right?
Deathclaw, welcome.
How do I turn the heart off? Started a tincture with elderberry. I need to learn how to do those. I know how to do the syrups, and I know how to make the jelly, but I really don't like jelly. I'm not a big jelly eater. I do like some jelly, but we don't eat a whole lot of jelly here. I don't know.
Brother Donnie is next at Prepped for Eternity Homestead. So
Yep.
if you guys want to follow the Tinkerer's wife over, we won't be able to tonight. I've got to go take a shower and put my feet up.
He didn't even get me a cake.
Cheyenne got her flowers.
Cheyenne got me flowers. He didn't even give me a cake. He could have bought me a cookie cake or something. I had to go spend an hour waiting at Walmart waiting on your medicine. Couldn't even buy me a piece of cake. I'm going to send you a video about shelf-stable elderberry syrup.
Okay.
Awesome. Is that the video link? I bet it is. That is not. I don't know what that is. That's a premiere.
Oh, that's Brother Donnie.
Okay. Well, that's good to have too. No, see, we had this conversation earlier on the way home. He could have bought me a little piece of cake. You know, fat people need cake, y'all. Yeah, I can call myself fat because I know. Okay, Patty, thank you. That's interesting though. I'm definitely interested in that. I did want to learn how to do the tinctures though, because that's something I haven't really tried, not familiar with, and I really don't want to screw it up. It's making it, but also how to use it. Okay.
All right. It's 8:00. We got to get going.
I know.
Well, guys, we'll see you next week on Thursday, regular night.
Yep.
So until then, good night and God bless.
And if you have any prayer requests, please leave them in the chat and we'll get to them as soon as the stream is over.